On the bike now?
Yeah, just go onto the bike. So I would address you as Doc. So our deal, the deal is don't tell me what's wrong. Don't tell me what you feel. Just ride. The first phase is you have to show me how you would normally ride before we make any changes. Para may before and after tayo. So give me some time to you to learn about you, and then we'll make some assessment. Okay, start riding.
Yes.
I'm gonna change this, but it's not gonna look pretty anymore. Kasi it's not biomechanically tuned to your body. It fits you based on the height, but it's not tuned to your body. So we're gonna change the bike. It's not gonna look good. Our deal is, if it doesn't work, we can just put everything back.
Okay.
Good deal, ah? So let me change everything. Test it again.
Okay.
Compare what you're feeling right now versus after the tuning.
Can I stop? No.
You can stop now.
Okay.
The priority is if you can bike better. Remember what you're feeling right now. Let's compare it later. With the same gear, with the same setting, with everything else. And let's see if you find it, if there's an improvement. If there's no improvement, we bring everything back as it was, and then we just have coffee.
On you.
On me. Libre pa kita, ha?
Coffee lang?
Coffee lang.
No, I don't think I have coffee lang.
But if you improve, then we're gonna have a climb. Another one is that I think you asked kanina. Part of the program is that when you're available, we have to ride together.
Oh, sige.
Kasi whatever we experience here is useless if you cannot apply it on the real world. And that's the reason why we do biomechanical tuning. Aside from bike fitting is free. In fact, the bike fitting part of this is free. We can do this in 5 minutes, the bike fitting part.
Yeah.
The most important part is the biomechanics.
And the
A lot of
coaching.
a lot of people are still confused ba what bike fitting and biomechanical tuning is, okay? Bike fitting is as simple as, sir, anong size ng paa mo? If you're buying a shoe.
Yeah.
Example, you want to go running, right? Sir, what's your shoe size? This is the right shoe for you. That's shoe fitting. So they get the right
Size.
size. Okay na. And you went to that store because in the advertising world, in the marketing world, whenever you Google this, they said this is the marathoner's shoe, diba? That's how we usually make decisions naman eh. What did the Kenyans use for the Berlin Marathon, which is the winningest shoe. So you usually go to the shoe store having this idea that you want that shoe because it's the winning shoe. And then when you buy it, you get shoe fitted. So that's essentially bike fitting. But the problem is when you start going out, after a few tries, you think there's another shoe that's better. And then you want to do that again kasi that's a shoe na binili mo. Yeah, I mean, it felt good because it's brand new. But in reality, you're still like that. Because apparently, when you bought the shoe, they didn't even teach you how to run. Kumbaga, kung mag-run ka, sakang ka pa rin, or heel striker ka pa rin. So, the posture was not changed even if you always change shoes. It's the same thing with the bike. You can always change your bike. You can always get bike fitted. But if you don't change your technique and posture and biomechanics and the way you apply power, then you'll always go back to zero. So I'm gonna remind you again. The last word that I said is how you apply power. So when you watch Strava, what do you see? Speed and power. And then you're so happy when you reach 300 watts, 400 watts, etc. When you look at the power meter and the power numbers, it only shows you the amount of power that you're applying on the bike. But it does not tell you how do you produce the power. Like kanina, you're riding, di ba? I could show you here, if you had a power meter, you would be going 200 watts. But in that 200 watts, I mean, it's obvious on your face, halos hindi ka ma-survive.
So you can't sustain.
Because you cannot sustain. But, hey, it's 200 watts. The idea of biomechanics is that we're going to figure out a different way of producing 200 watts at half the effort. Well, I'm just saying half, but so same 200 watts pero mamaya it feels like, wow, 200 watts is a lot more manageable now. It's still 200 watts, but this time it's still manageable. Because what we're going to be doing now is, this time, instead of the bike fit, we're also going to teach you how do you produce 200 watts. It's like going to the gym. In the engineering term, you have a big box. If you just lift it by your hand, mahirap yan, di ba? But if you're an engineer, you're a physics major, how do construction workers lift a very heavy lift? They put pulley, di ba? Pulley. And based on engineering science, every time you add a pulley, it halves the effort. So one pulley, ganito yung effort. Add another pulley, it halves it. Every time you add a pulley, nagiging half yung effort. But the weight is still the same. And that's the principle of this pulley thing. And what we're going to be doing to you kanina, mamaya, is that we're going to teach you how to add more torque at a lesser effort. Cool? Okay, get off the bike. Steve is going to help me do the bike fitting segment of this session, and it's very quick. We just adjust the bike, and then we call Doc back. So Doc is 5'10", a giant for Filipino standards, okay? A 5'10", usually these are the same guys that you see in the Tour de France. And he's very lucky, unlike us. Doc is very lucky because he is above average in terms of height, which means, supposedly, when you go to the bike shop, almost 100% of the bikes out there should at least fit you. Okay? There should be choices on bike shops that should fit you. Meaning, unlike the other regular, including me, masyado kaming petite and maliit, we always have a problem looking for smaller bikes. Unfortunately, as you can see here, we haven't done any hour of riding. You can already see how much, so much labor just to hold on to the bike. So even without us having a prior conversation, what would normally happen if you ride and continue like this, you're gonna have numb fingers. So if you experience numbness on the fingers, sore hands, spasms on the lower back, it's a very good indication that the bike is too long for you. Simple as that. With this type of a posture, you cannot use your core. So mapansin mo lahat ng pressure sa quads. So you would normally hear this from people na during climbs, ito yung namamaga. Namamaga yung quad area, no? Iyan din yung unang nagka-cramps. So you will notice right now is that you're just struggling to just always put all the power on the quads. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna make you not a climber, but a decent climber in 45 minutes. So the value of biomechanics is that you're not just gonna be bike fitted, we're gonna change the way you ride later. So this is our story. So right now you're climbing, let's say a 5-kilometer climb at 10% gradient. If this works, supposedly, if this works, when you reach the top of the climb, at the peak of the climb, we sprint. And let's see if you still have enough energy to sprint. Kasi kanina, remember, you were doing exactly the same gear. After a few minutes, you were done. So let's just make a visual comparison, okay? So there's no sugar coating, there's no placebo effect. We just really want to see how you climb. So you're climbing right now. This is your climbing posture majority of the time, okay? If you notice, his hands are not stressed anymore. His lower back is not strained anymore. His line of sight is much better, meaning that his neck will not have any muscle spasm anymore. This is your posture when you're climbing long distances or even on flats. The other notable item is the way he holds the hoods. This time he's not gripping it so hard. This is better, okay? So all this power now, while you're climbing, remember you're still in the biggest ring, smallest cog, all the power comes from here, this core, huh? There you go. This one should not have anything to do with your climbing. Later, when we want to apply more effort, that's the only time we start using your triceps, your forearm, your bicep, your quads. Right now, we're just using 30% of the torque. So if you recall our discussion a while ago, there are two ways of doing it. One is you have the same power, but now the difference is, the reason why you're not panting and trying to struggle is you now learn how to apply power in a different way. Okay, so far so good, right? Okay. You're now climbing on the biggest ring, smallest cog. By now, okay? Now, we're gonna start applying more torque on the climb, okay? Imagine we want to apply more torque. Go to that posture now. There. There you go. Just push down. The closer this is, it's like they're brushing. There you go. Don't tiptoe, ah. Don't tiptoe. Good. Push. Down. Here we go. We're gonna be on the flats, okay? I'm gonna change the gear now. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. We're gonna go to the flats. Ready? Set. Go. Steady. Very nice. Knees together. Very nice. On my cue, we're gonna sprint, okay? On my cue. Ready. Set. Go. Go, go, go. 10. Come on, faster. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, go, go, go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Done, done, done. And then straighten your elbow. The way you recover, here, exactly like this. That's how you go to the flats. So now you're a monster doctor.
Pero 80% this one.
Yes, yep, yep.
Here.
Holy macaroni, man. With that sound, I'm gonna shift it to the smaller gear. Oh, instantly. Yeah? I'm gonna go back to the normal. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go back to the normal gear, ah.
Too light.
Now, everything that was supposed to be normal is now too light. Na mas mapapagod ka ba?
And the scraping, no? It's too light already. Try scraping.
Try to experience it first. After that, you feel it? Now, tell me which one is better, huh? This gear?
This one.
All of a sudden, you're addicted to torque. In fact, I'm gonna show you right now. You can sprint without even pushing down. Ready, set, just lift up. Easy. Slow down. So that's what you call power in demand. You can literally just go up again, faster. Slow down. Okay. See, all of a sudden, you can now accelerate whenever you want.
Yeah.
Right? This is biggest ring, smallest cog. But this is the flats, of course, but still. Yeah? Agree? So now you understand why now this was very important. Squeeze together your chest. Set, go, just time trial. Done. Bitin, no?
Yeah.
It's like you just want to keep on going, keep on going. Anyway, you know what I mean. I mean, you're a head and neck surgeon. I mean, of all people, you should be very meticulous about sensation.
Yeah.
So that's Doc Ruel for you. That's Bike Fit and Biomechanics. And I can see the smile on your face, so I guess it defines it all. So now, you know why I'm happy? I don't have to treat you coffee. Yes. But hey,
We can still take it.
it worked. Okay, I guess no complaints because of all people, this was my most difficult ma-complain customer. Joke lang. Joke lang. No, joke lang.
Can I
But
make a list?
so thank you very much for watching this episode. But that's Doc Ruel. That's Biomechanics for you, 101. And as a head and neck surgeon of all people, I believe, because I'm also an engineer, it's all about the details, and you know if it's a placebo effect and if it's not.
Yes.
Right? So, Doc, thank you very much. That sweat, the difference about your sweating kanina and the sweat now, this sweat is something that you like.
True.
In fact, you know what's weird? I'm gonna tell you what's weird. What's weird is that even after all the biking, the sprinting, and all that stuff, the weird feeling is that you feel more alive. Kanina, di ba, you left like you're
Yeah, really exhausted.
jello legs. And this is the reason why when we invite newbies to go on a training camp, this is what they learn overnight. What I owe you is a bike ride together. Give me 5. Okay, I'm gonna take a photo. That's it. It's voice activated. Okay, bye.